Well, Shabbat Shalom, Torah fans. Welcome to Shabbat Night Live with Michael Rood. Yes, it's true, the NSA had a Jew room, or set of Jew rooms in the 1970s, where Jews were not allowed. Why? What was going on in there? And did discussions in those rooms have anything to do with the sabotage we learned about last week, better known as the Yom Kippur War? Well, Bruce Brill brings us the details, and our Passover event is next week. Let's talk about that with Michael Rood himself. Welcome, sir.
Thank you, Scott. Our Passover is completely sold out. We filled up the entire room, and so anyone who wants to be in on the festivities has to go online with it. And I talked with Nehemiah last night, and Nehemiah and I are going to do a very special teaching. I've been waiting over a year. The last conversation I had with him before I had the stroke, I knew I had to do this teaching, and that is what kept me alive for the last year. So we're going to do that, and it's going to be very important that everyone gets to see this. So sign up now for Passover of 2023. Thank you.
All right. Well, by the way, are we going to get any kind of hint? Are you going to give me a hint or no?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
I think I better keep it a secret.
You're going to keep it a secret. Okay, so people have to tune in next week.
Yeah.
And it's going to be...
They have to sign up for it.
How to sign up for Passover?
Yeah, because we're going to do things on it that are illegal for YouTube and things like that.
So
we're going to do something very special.
So it's a touchy subject, not going to be on YouTube. So are we going to put it on the Michael Rood app?
Yeah.
It's going to be on the app.
So people need to sign up for the Passover event now.
Okay, very good. All right, so we'll do that. Sign up for Passover there. And by the way, so when Jake Hilton, let's talk about Jake Hilton for a minute. Yeah. This fellow came to us. He did this whole 6-episode series on Mormonism.
Yes, it was very good.
Yeah, and I understand that Analil, your wife, really enjoyed that.
Yeah, we talked about it, and what came to my mind was that verse in the Bible. Precious in the sight of the Lord is the death of his saints. The word precious doesn't mean, oh, how sweet. It means costly. It cost God something for that whole thing to happen. And it cost Jake his whole life. And for over 200 years, they were part of the Mormon church and his family. And Jake, unless people get the video, they don't have the information. And so we want people to get the video to show to their children and their grandchildren, because nobody needs to go through it again, because Jake did already.
That's right.
It cost him his entire life and the life of his family to be able to do what he did. So we want everybody to get that and to archive it, so they have his testimony. Because like when my wife saw it, she said, that is the reason why I left Catholicism, even though the name of it is why I left Mormonism, because Jake found the Feast of the Lord series, and that's what changed his life. And even though I know very little about Mormonism, I do know about the Bible. And so that is a very important thing for people to get that and to pass that on, so they don't get caught up in all the tricks and all the deceit that is part of the religious establishment.
So in a way, I guess Mormonism, just like Catholicism, has its own its own Ma'asim and the Takanot, really.
Yeah, they very much do. They're very much like that. And so when you learn the truth, that's what we specialize in here, is we teach the truth, and then people can apply it in their own lives to whatever they are in. They come out of it because they know the truth, and the truth sets them free from everything.
Yeah. Absolutely. And I love the fact that he found that that series of yours from way back when.
Oh, yeah. It's because Nehemiah and I went out to Salt Lake City, and we taught in the church out there, and in where people could get the videos. And then I went out and I lived with a polygamous couple, and I taught at the school, and they interrupted the entire school and shut it down, and they had an assembly, and I taught at the assembly, and because of that, all my work went out all over the Mormon world.
Really? I never even heard this story before. When was that?
Oh, that was fascinating.
Was back 20 years ago, some kind of thing?
Yeah, it was quite a while ago.
Really? And you and Nehemiah went out and did this?
Yeah.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, we were on the radio, and people came out, and the hotel where we spoke, there was over 400 people there, all from what was right behind us was a Mormon temple. And so they all came out and filled up the place. It was filled to overflowing. And that's when somebody got the video on the Feast of the Lord, and Jake saw that, and it changed his life.
Oh, so that's the backstory. So did you hear this from, you got this from Jake when he came to visit us?
No, I knew that.
You knew this already, okay. Wow, yeah, because that's how it happened. He went to a friend's house who had the video. He didn't even have the video. He went to a friend's house. They were both working for the Mormon church and basically defending its tenets. And they were going to have a meeting about what they were going to do next, and he saw it on the shelf there on his friend's house.
Yeah, that's why we want people to get get the videos on the feast and the Jonah Code, and get the video on Jake's testimony.
Absolutely, very important. Now,
it is.
So next week, Passover, you're going to be here.
Oh, yeah.
Very excited.
And Nehemiah will be here too.
Of course, yes.
He's part of the instigation. I spoke to him. He was at the Vatican.
Oh, wow.
And he's going to be here right fresh from the Vatican. And we're going to do this teaching that is so important that we've been talking about it for over a year now.
Oh, wow. Well, I can't wait. Well, thank you for joining us today, Michael. We'll see you next week at Passover.
Well, thank you.
Like Michael said, go ahead and sign up, and we will see you as well. All right. So next, Bruce Brill, friend of Michael Rood's, by the way, reveals jaw-dropping evidence about anti-Semitism inside the NSA, including a Jew room. It's the second and final episode of Israel and the Deep State. But first, get your bread and wine ready with Michael coming up.